Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming fans. I'm WXFan21, joined by the fantastic Baja Blood. Baja, how are you?
I'm doing great. Coming off a race. We'll see how much speed bleed I have. Hopefully, we'll remember where the items aren't in this universe. But yeah, looking
Baja.
forward to another great match here between belokuikuini, our #1 seed in the bracket, and Amojini, I believe is 17.
Correct.
17.
I'm looking forward to this game. Amojini's been a very fun racer to watch throughout this tournament. Bello, we obviously know. I know Bello as a Super Metroid speedrunner, but man, really been impressive. Went undefeated in the Swiss stage, and the only one to actually do that. So this is really, really cool what we are seeing so far. You've been for a treat. Baja, you just semi-calmed the last match. Have you had a chance to use the restroom yet?
I did, yeah. We had enough time to refresh my drinks, use the restroom, and reload for another Metroid Prime race. I'm excited.
Excellent.
Not sure if we mentioned yet already, we have Dasnazu in here for us on the tracking side, showing up in the restream window for whatever reason, but we do appreciate you. Thank you for clicking the buttons, keeping us honest, keeping the folks at home updated.
I wonder if we switch back to pre-race, then back to live, if that'll refresh his name, or their name.
Not sure. Yeah, normally, even when you do stuff on the fly, it comes through all right, so not exactly sure. Yeah.
Well, we do think that, how do we pronounce that's Naso? How do we pronounce that? There they are.
Yeah, just the little voice out of the booth. Just Nasu, please. That's already fine.
That's Nasu it is? Well, we appreciate
just,
you doing...
Just Nasu. Without the pads. Yeah, exactly.
Better.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So Nasu doing the tracking, pushing all the buttons. Yeah, so Baja, fellow undefeated Amojini, like I said, was an absolute pleasure to watch there in the group stage. As I pull up their record, they went... I want to say 4-2. 3-2. So, gonna be a good one. What are you expecting here based on the last race you saw, and what are you expecting from both of these runners in general?
Should have a pretty good show. Yeah, I've been impressed by Amojini as well throughout the tournament, and yeah, Bello, as we've said, has been playing very well. I think this should be a pretty good match. No RAs, nothing too fancy in the preset, just some good old-fashioned standard tournament preset. We'll see what kind of seed Randomizer has in store for us this time.
Yeah, that was one of the other thing I was trying to figure out here as well, and I do want to let you all know that even though there is no other restream as well, we have a bunch of games here today. So it's going to be Erroldo versus Rallington Kia that's also going on, but again, not on restream. 3 p.m. Eastern today is going to be Slucky versus Empress over on Speed Gaming 5, calmed by Elias Thompson and Ivy Bar. Going to be a great one at that. And then 4 p.m. Eastern, Astral versus Cameron on right here, actually, Speed Gaming 4. And another game that probably isn't going to have a stream is Haxaplax versus Multi-Dark Samuses. Tons of games today here, Baja.
Yeah, exciting times in the bracket stage. And yeah, once again, for those joining us, this has been the Prime Mentor Tournament. So throughout the Swiss rounds, folks were working with mentors, having someone in VC with them when they were racing, providing riding advice, trick advice, all that good stuff. But now that we're in the bracket stage, everybody is playing on their own, showing off what they've learned. And so far, it seems like it's been a lot. I've been really impressed by the level of play we've been seeing from everybody. Seems like lots of folks have been learning a lot. And that is exactly what I was hoping to get out of this. So I've been really, really pleased with how this has been playing out so far.
Agreed. Like, there has been so many people, and there are some questions I want to ask you here throughout as we get into things. Probably during some slower periods, but like this tournament, in my opinion, has been a massive success. Twitch chat can probably echo that as well. It's been so cool. We had 32 people sign up to this, and I think at one point it was kind of like a, well, do we cut people off? Because there's so many. There are just so many people that want to learn, so this is definitely a growing category. This launcher? No, it's an expansion. Well, at least we're going to be able to get to Artifact Temple early.
Mm-hmm.
It's hiding here. That launcher?
More missiles.
Another expansion. Okay.
Oh, okay, interesting. So Amojini went back to scan it and see if that was launcher, just to, I think, get the logical implications down to see if...
Bello did too.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so at least we know it's not launcher. Look, we've had some weird seeds throughout this tournament, where it's been a really random item at landing site, and Morph Ball was somewhere in Chozo, and you had to logically route back to landing site. It was just weird. So... really interesting to see things started here. Love to see Amojini, how fast they are moving as well. And shout out to the nice different color HUDs too. Purple on the left, blue on the right. Very nice.
No one picked green. Is that main Pibbies? What was that? Oh, wow. Alright. That's interesting.
Main PBs, you love to see it.
Oh boy. It's going to be one of these seeds, isn't it? Oh, no, never mind. There's 2 in Chozo and then Fungal Hall B. One of these is not like the others. Oh, well. OP appears again, as he does in almost half of the seeds.
Yeah, Randomizer is having an OP... they've listened to Twitch chat apparently way too much. Alright, so I don't know if Bello got a chance to see all the artifacts. I know I saw a Warrior Shrine, you saw a Mega Pirate. Amojini's about to check them, so here we go. Gonna rattle them off. We got Fungal Hall B, Main Plaza, Ruin Nursery, Ruin Gallery. Double Ruin Gallery? Oh, okay. Got the same one. Elite Quarters and Warrior Shrine. Lower Mines. Be the first time I've actually seen the Lower Mines scene a little bit, so love that. Both racers starting here off with Charge Beam as well. So, kind of... interesting as well that main power bombs is the first major here. Baja, if you're seeing main power bombs, what's kind of the thought process here for you if you're going through this?
If it's this early, it's usually going to be something like the bomb wall in Ruined Shrine or the bomb wall to get into Dynamo. Is usually what I'm thinking. Later, I can point to stuff like mines if it turns up in the mid to late game. But yeah, I'm probably mostly interested in the Shrine item as soon as Morph Ball turns up. A little bit of route divergence. Looks like Amojini gonna head down to Transport Tunnel B. I think Bello must have skipped this or otherwise somehow took a huge movement advantage. But I'm guessing that this is actual route divergence.
Yeah, this is definitely route divergence here. Bello is flying. Again, no surprise here from the #1 seed in the playoffs. Bello's movement's been great. Again, Amojini, like I said, through all of the matches I've calmed for them, have really been able to, they've worked on their movement a lot. Looking great here. Coming across the nod trade, though, is not what you want to see when you do this kind of route divergence.
Yeah, Bello gonna get the better side of this route divergence. Saves a little bit of time, not needing to make this climb here.
First artifact checked. Now, we're gonna see the peak. We are, yes.
I don't know. I didn't see it, and I'm not sure Bello did either.
I didn't see that either. I have no idea what that was. I saw the black screen flash, but that was it. Also, I saw a comment over in Twitch chat. Hey, Twitch chat, I know someone said I was coming in quiet, so can you please let us know if everything looks good on the sound quality on mine? If not, we'll adjust it. Nice Space Jump Energy Tank combo. That would make me confident as a runner. Now I get a lot of the seat open up to me just from a pure movement perspective.
Yeah, Space Jump, always nice to have. The movement in this game does definitely feel a lot nicer.
Cool.
The logic, I think, is more interesting in SJ, but the zooming around, okay, yeah. Bello must have missed this peak earlier.
Thank you, Twitch chat. Appreciate that.
I still don't think Bello got that peak either time here.
Nope. So, Space Jump, Power Bombs. We're at a Morph Ball hunt. There's the second artifact. So we'll get 2 artifacts early and out of the way with. But the 2 artifacts late, I mean, with the way that the artifacts are, would you be doing anything routing-wise specific for the artifacts, or is your routing decisions here purely based off items.
At this point, we're so oh well. Here's more.
Well, there you go.
At this point, we're pretty constrained just by the items. It's always nice to, if you know you need to come back for an artifact and you have it accessible, it's nice to come up with an excuse to go get it and then maybe do. Oh, that was a missile. Amojini gets the peak.
Was that a
No,
missile?
it's not that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a missile. Pretty sure Amojini would have seen that.
Yeah. Nice grapple.
Should end up being a huge shield to seed with Ruin Nursery being an artifact. We're going to be back here with bombs.
There's
soon.
the artifact in the tree.
Oh, interesting. So we do need supers. Those can be a bit of a troll sometimes. If they
Oh,
don't turn up
100%.
early.
There's our missile launcher. Okay. So logically speaking, we needed space jump to get grapple into missile launcher. Okay.
Correct.
I'm okay with that. Makes sense. And which one of these checks is our artifact? Oh, this isn't the artifact one, right? Right.
Spider.
Spider ball! Are you kidding me?
Bombs in Upper Dynamo, anybody?
What is happening?
Yeah, it's an interesting spider location. Doesn't do really much of anything except exactly Upper Dynamo right now, which is why that's hot on my radar right now. Same with the power bombs.
I mean, do I have to say it? Chozo ghosts?
Yeah, we do need
Supers, though.
bombs.
Bombs and supers.
Yes, supers logically, and bombs for sure.
Just crazy.
Anything here in? That's a PB. I don't think we. Well, yeah. Bella was thinking about it. With maids, I don't think it's as urgent to grab that.
No, we have all four. Also, shout out to the Dolphins and their lack of draft picks. You take your third running back for reasons I don't quite understand. Sorry, folks, it's the NFL draft, and if you've watched any of my Twitch stream content, it's been all NFL draft related. This morning was the first morning I actually got to sleep. Lot of late nights.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we got a lot of energy tanks here early.
Yep, Bello is heading straight to Waterhall area. Makes a ton of sense.
Yep. Amojini
all our
gets their
checks.
spider. It's nice you can get the upper dynamo check done early and out of the way with as well.
Yeah,
Getting
it
an
always
early
feels
spider.
good. Not this check gets so isolated if you can't do it first pass. Always feels good to get both done.
Also, shout out Fusion Suit. Okay, seriously. Why all the energy?
That's quite a bit. Oop, nice camera there. Bomb. Ah, I was wrong.
Oh. Just a missile.
So, not much in logic anymore. We've got the lower watery hall item. We've got Zoid. We've got Gathering Hall. We've got Frigate Crash Site, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, I think Frigate Crash Site probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a really tough call to want to go into Zoid without bombs if you have literally anything else anywhere in the game world in logic. Could always
Zoid
make
is
a
not
save.
something... Yeah, like, I think we should tell us that... Sorry, Bob, for cutting off, but I think, like, while you're talking about Zoid, we should probably talk about why racers do not want to go to Zoid if at all possible.
Yeah,
It's
so it
just
is
a
a point of
long
no
check.
returns. Yeah, it is a long check, but also it's a point of no return if you don't have Morphle bombs. So if you go there with this item loadout, you are going to soft lock unless bombs are vanilla. So I think I would probably make a save.
Yep.
Save warp, check FCS. If it's not an FCS, oh, okay, we're just gonna walk back, I guess. Oh no, that was a save. Okay, so we're gonna do Zoid first. Interesting. I don't necessarily mind this either, but it's it's definitely more reasonable when you have at least power bombs to check both items here. But yeah, FCS is going to be weighing on my mind as I'm heading towards this boss fight here for sure. As Bello.
Also, you'll love to see all the Metroid love today. The 2D Metroid Relay 2024 is happening on the Made Speed Gaming channel.
Yeah, it's a good time. I caught a decent amount of that last year. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD. But there are lots of good Metroid randos and lots of good Metroid. Or no, those aren't randos, are they? Is that actually just
I think it's just a straight through.
speedruns?
Yeah.
Nice. Stupid Firefly is annoying when you'll hit bombs on Amojini's side, but it's up. So we did not get bailed by the lower item. Let's see if bombs are well and truly vanilla. Genie gonna give us a look at this lower item. I think this was a missile, but I could be wrong. Yeah. That one Genie gonna play for it. Second try, nicely done.
Nicely done.
Alright. Moment of truth.
Vanilla? No!
It is not. Alright. Suddenly, if Amojini takes the save warp here, this race is dead even.
Agreed.
Let's see what Amojini decides to do here. Saving before Gathering Call makes me think this might just be a Zoid play first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think if you were doing the FCS split, you'd climb and then save.
Yep, it's a save for Zoid. I wonder how much knowing Amojini is going up against Bello maybe makes them want to... You know, we saw the early routing decision to go check Transport Tunnel B. If it just, you know, kind of maybe weighs on to say, hey, let me take a few more risks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
curious to see.
Because, like, you would almost think that Transport Tunnel B decision would be flipped then. Like, Bello would be taking the more kind of conservative, spend extra time to do all the checks and not get punished by leaving stuff behind. But actually, yeah, Amojini's been playing even a little more thorough than Bello has so far.
Yep. And we know we're going to need supers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, that's... I like the thoroughness, kind of in general, just in a speed where, yeah, we need an X-ray.
Ooh.
We need supers. Aria.
Varia's suit at frigate crash site.
Alright, bombs are burying themselves a little bit.
That they are. I mean, what? I don't think we have Chozo checks left. Do we?
Varia, it gave us exactly Magma Pool, but yeah, most of what that's going to do is Magmor.
Yeah, I was going to say, this seems like a play for Magmor.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, this isn't you. This is a lag on, I don't know, on our end or on Bello's end. So, I feel like we've been seeing this a lot recently with the streams just freezing. Also, shout out Fusion Suit. Yeah, Bello's making a play for Magmor. This is the play. Flogger is also open. Oh, Flogger isn't open one of the bombs yet.
We're gonna get the sequence break here of Root Cave Arbor Chamber items. At least I'm assuming we're gonna see Arbor Chamber as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this cannot be the X-ray that we're looking for, but there are plenty of other things this can be.
Arrow, you're fired. Valid seed.
Bombs on Titus does require thermal to show up as well. Oh, interesting. Bello doesn't need to turn around to do that. That's actually kind of cool.
Show off.
Opts to make the room visible rather than going for the blind jump.
Yep, nicely done.
Gets it
So,
again.
nothing in a Root Cave and Arbor Chamber. And for those of you that were wondering why I said Arrow was fired, Arrow Razor in chat says, we're wave away from my ultimate goal, bombs on Thardas. Please don't give Randovania any ideas.
Mm-hmm.
That would be funny if bombs are ever on Thardus.
That's been known to happen. It is very unfortunate because bombs are pretty crucial to making that fight go by quickly, given that you can skip all the thermal phases with them. But they are not logically required for the fight, just very much nice to have. Amojini going to be following along here with the last location, Varia's suit. Presumably going to make the Magmor play as well. I think Magmor before Magma Pool makes a lot of sense. It's kind of a tough sell to go back to Chozo just for the one check. Could feel bad though if it is just Magma Pool bombs or something. But even if so, we can get all the way through Magmor with these items, so that'll pop us out in Sun Tower, and from there it's pretty quick to get to Mega Pool. Another Metroid in Shore Tunnel. Oh, Bella went for the Upper Fiery Shores check. I was not watching, unfortunately. We're gonna look at the upper item anyways. Oh, right. We knew what this was. Artifact number 2.
Yep.
For Bello.
Now the question is what's underneath it.
Yeah, Bello did a visual check. So given that the item is technically in Fiery Shores, when you're in the lower part of Fiery Shores, there is a clip. You can clip the camera out of bounds. And look at it. It's relatively difficult. Not many peaks will go for it. Bello did get an attempt. Not sure if he saw it or not.
That was
Whether or
the
not he
item
did,
you were
I
mentioning.
sure did.
My bad.
No, all good. Missile says Drake in chat. So yeah, that's nice info for Bello. We know we don't need to backtrack for that item if and when bombs decide to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wouldn't mind to see bombs late just for the commentary and for the content.
Yeah, late bombs are interesting seeds. And I'm running out of places in Magma for them to turn up.
So what do we got left? We got Lava Lake. We know
Magma Pool, I believe, are the only 2 checks we have in Logic. So we will be getting something in one of these 2.
Yeah. That is true.
So what can we find? So ice or wave or bombs all do stuff for us. That might be it.
If it's wave, right? Like if Bello comes across wave here, where do you even go? Lake Chozo? You have Spider Ball, but we don't have bombs to get past the puzzle.
Yeah, wave doesn't do a ton, so it gets us the 2 checks in the Tower of Light area, and it gets us.
There's bombs.
I go Chozo here as Bello, but Bello is interested in cleaning up. Fen looks like. So the reason I like Chozo here is because we know there's artifacts there to clean up. I also think Bello didn't get to check the gallery tunnel item.
Also possible.
That could conceivably be something like a wave beam or something here that we'd really like to have.
Right, because Bello never got the full peak.
But also fine, we can go shorelines, we can do the checks there that we can, and then save warp gets us back to Chozo pretty quickly as well. So
absolutely.
This isn't too crazy of a play. And for all we know, something good's just in Transfer Tunnel A here. Oh, Bella, maybe Drake got the scout and Bella didn't, because Bella is interested in Upper Fiery Shores here. This is a very difficult, you get 1 frame of this thing being visible, so entirely possible that we missed the 1 frame and only were able to grab it on the VOD restream. Oh yeah, it's okay to slow it down to see it. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't really go for this one. It's it's not as normalized a setup as some of the super missile kind of peaks that we have. and like I don't know, it takes a second to set it up every time as well because you have to position yourself a certain place on the ball track. So I don't know. All that together makes me not ever really want to go for it, but until I grind out some practice and get consistent at it. And yeah, you got to know exactly where you're looking on the screen, which apparently is just straight ahead. Freeze frame.
So Bello making their way over to Fendrana, most likely. Yes, it's Fen. Alright, well, we know in plenty of these seeds, Baja, that there can be a ton of goodies over here in front. Fen, bombs opens up a lot. Doesn't open up the rest of the world. Now it's probably a beam hunt. There's our supers.
That's a nice little bit of intel. We'll need to come back with plasma to grab those. So, is that a... That's a... What?
I'm trying to go back and look.
Is that a beam in the lighthouse?
It's plasma.
Oh, baby.
Well, that's a
no,
nice
that cannot be plasma. That's got to be ice then. Because plasma is locking the supers, and the supers are locking the item in the lighthouse.
Right.
So
It was something. Maybe it was ice. It looked like a circle of some kind.
Mm-hmm. No, from a distance,
also...
ice and plasma do look really similar. It's like only really the color that tells them apart. And sometimes the lighting interferes.
Oh, there's Wave!
Oh boy. Alright, well, this sure was the call. And it looks like Amojini is thinking the same thing, turning around after the bombs as well. Gonna delay the Chozo cleanup just a hair here.
Mm-hmm. I tried looking on the Twitch stream. It was just, it's too small.
So we might get another look at it here as Bello presumably is going to head over to Chapel. That's got to be a beam, right? And if it's a beam, it has to be ice.
Right. It can't be plasma. It sure looked like a beam. You know what it could be, too?
Oh, good.
X-ray. As someone in chat
X-ray.
says, second X-ray hunt. Can also look like ice beam from far away.
I could see that. It looked
like a beam.
It looked like a beam. It looked the middle looked circular-ish, not visor-ish to me.
Agreed.
We are fighting the restream, the restream bot here.
Baja and I putting our good schooling to good use here. We know shapes, chat.
Well, I've been wrong before. Yeah, we'll see. Either way, whether it's X-ray or ice, we are probably coming back here as soon as plasma turns up.
Agreed. As soon as plasma turns up!
Oh my god.
You couldn't have planned the commentary better, folks!
Wow. Alright. Well, enjoy clearing the whole world for X-ray. Who could have foreseen another seed like this being on the table?
Though if someone could capture that freeze frame from Bello, it looks like a phase-on Shigothi Metroid thing. That was fantastic. I love it when you do commentary or casting, and that's just the kind of stuff that just you can't plan for.
To answer a question in chat, we can't quite call this a jet seed yet. The world is very open, but we do need X-ray visor for go mode.
Yeah.
And also,
phase on.
Even that only gets us the face on suit hint rather than the suit itself.
Yep.
So we got some work to do, but we have many places to go look now.
We've seen some seeds that phase on is just in a really out there location, and even if you get the hint, like if it's in Farfen, that's still taking 5 minutes to get to. Easy. Okay, the amount of energy. Folks, we have enough. You have enough. They're sharing energy. Feels like we got all 14 energy tanks already.
Yep. Luminoth over here salivating over all this energy.
It's nice because now you got wave beam into plasma, into supers, into ice. So pretty nice for both of these racers to be able to do that.
So now the question is, are you staying in Fen? We are here. We can do almost all of it. There are no artifacts here.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So
Would you take Fens to mines, Baja?
Hey, gosh, it's hard. I don't know what I would do here. I would be having a real think right now, which I'm not because I'm commentating. So I would maybe have an answer by this point if I was racing, but I sure don't right now
Yep,
as
Ice
a
Beam.
commentator.
I mean, like, if we just think through this, right? Like, we put both of our heads together, and we get all 3 beams. We know there's no artifacts here, but we know if we continue to take Fens, we can somehow get our way into, you know, Magmore, which gets us close to Mines, which we know has 2 artifacts. The only thing stopping us from Mines right now is X-Ray. Because we can't get past MQA logically without having X-Ray. And a power bomb expansion for Bello. So, do you just continue? I would continue to go through Fen, go through labs, go to QMon, and then start thinking about where to go from there, and just take the rest of these item checks and really hope X-Ray pops up.
Yeah, I think I would be tempted. I think I would be tempted to save warp here and just bail on Fen.
Mm-hmm. You originally said you really wanted to go to Chozo.
Yeah, so we can clean up those Chozo artifacts that we know we have to do and just start clearing out the rest of Chozo, head towards like mines. We can do a bar skip to get into mines. And then just hope that X-Ray is on the way, in which case we are cooking. If it's in Fen, then we do feel bad, but...
Yeah. But if X-Rays in Tower of Light, you're feeling great.
Exactly. That's exactly the kind of thing you're hoping for when you play to clean up your artifacts early. Is like, you had to go to Chozo at some point anyways, and like if the things you're looking for are there too, then you're going to be done so fast.
Nope, we're going to check this item over here, and it's just an expansion. Ruined Courtyard. Which, fun fact, in one of the more recent updates of Randovania, this became beginner logic to scale up here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also something the racers had to learn with their mentors.
Yeah, it looks like Bello gonna just commit to the Fen clear here.
Mm-hmm. Baja has one of the mentors, and obviously the main tournament organizer. Have you ever had a chance to mentor either of these racers throughout the tournament?
Oh gosh, put me on the spot. I work with so many different people that I'm like trying to remember who all I actually work with. I think I worked with Amojini.
Nice.
I don't think I ever worked with Bello.
Nice.
I feel bad. I should probably know the answer to this question.
It's all good, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Because it was like, I was trying to split my time between like a bunch of people. So, and I was doing 3 or 4 of these a week. So it was probably almost half the field that I got a chance to work with.
As a mentor, and this is kind of a two-part question. As a mentor, what is something that you felt like you were giving a lot of the same advice to the racers on? Was it movement? Was it routing? Was it a certain trick? And then second part, as the main tournament organizer, what are you most proud of throughout this entire tournament?
Oh boy. Let's see here. I don't know. I'm not a high execution player relative to a lot of the field, so the movement stuff wasn't really what I would focus on. It was more like routing and decision making was kind of mostly what I was talking with people about.
Nice.
And then like the basic tricks and stuff. If there was any kind of beginner level stuff that they didn't know, I'm a decent teacher of those. But and nothing kind of jumps out at me in particular in terms of that advice. I feel like I have such a struggle describing how I think of routing. It's like I don't have it's not something that I can like summarize, I guess.
Right.
It just kind of facets of it emerge when in particular seeds. In terms of the tournament as a whole, I'm just really happy that I'm so grateful to our mentors. I really asked a lot of
100%
of them, given how the ratio we have in this tournament relative to some of the other mentor tournaments I've been a part of. So yeah, they all really stepped up, and the fact that we got every race mentored, every race executed, and we're seeing that so many of these players have learned so much. I'm really, really happy with that.
Agreed. Did Bello get gravity suit and I missed it? So that Phazon suit is gravity suit color. Baja's a lifestyle.
Yeah, we did find a gravity. Was that Hydra or Control
Possibly.
Tower?
It's
Or
no,
Observatory. I don't know.
it was either Hydra or Observatory. Oh
Hydra,
boy,
okay.
I love it. Drake giving you your flowers there. Baja's a lifestyle. We need that on a T-shirt. Coming soon on the Metroid Prime Randomizer gift shop. And then chat's like, we have one of those?
Someday I will make that never punished emote, but that involves effort. Oh, it's Drake typing it as I say it.
Yeah. So, no surprise here. Bello taking the ice beam and getting out. So, this I find overall kind of interesting. Now do you go to Farfen, or do you do like I said earlier? Just get Cumon and get that info and move on from there. This is a Farfen check.
Yeah, if you're doing labs, I think you're bought in to just kind of full clearing. Maybe you skip Thardus itself.
Oh, Bella missing the scan dash.
For me, it's kind of an all or nothing in Fen. Oh, Amojini heading towards Thardus. Presumably, we're not intending to fight Thardus. I would guess we're going to at least attempt the skip here.
Yep.
I'm curious what the intended route is after this.
If Amojini actually skips labs, that would be huge. Amojini would catch up in a very quick way. If Amojini elects to go to beat Thardus, right, and it's a visor, that could be huge, especially X-Ray. Amojini,
we got clipped by the wall. I think we still almost made
skip.
it. That felt like it was really close, actually, even with
unfortunate.
Yeah. But this is an out too. You never know. Thardus can have boost, Phazon, X-Ray.
I think the two items that Amojini is hoping for Thardus right now is Phazon and X-Ray.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, they're the two outs. I feel like I'm talking poker here. The other two items that you want to see, knowing that it'll give you a chance. Yeah. Knowing that a lot of racers... Look, I've said this many times on commentary. This is the second longest fight in the game, next to Prime XO.
Mm-hmm.
And it just takes so much time.
Phazon here is good for Amojini, but will actually not be that good in the context of the seed, given that Bello has full cleared the rest of Fen. And so, like, if Bello gets the hint, and it will know it's Thardus. X-Ray here would be massive, because it would not surprise me if this is kind of a last location for Bello.
Probably. So good points all around, but nothing in Farfen.
Thank God for Gravity Suit. This room is miserable if you don't have Grav or Boost.
Not nice. Though the Farfen music is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you all want to listen to the Thardus music, we can make that happen too.
Yeah, we got two valid options. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of the... Honestly, yeah, the Shoreline's music is so good too.
Yep.
It's a tough call between those. Frigate, I think, is still my favorite.
Someone sent me an orchestral of Magmore, and then I found an orchestral of Front Fen.
Ooh.
They're so nice. I love listening to this, like, Metroid music, or like anything in general, like Mario music, like while I'm working, if I really need to focus on something.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice focus music, and just nice music to listen to.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Any music that has vocals distracts me too much if I'm trying to work. So yeah, I listen to a lot of instrumental.
And it looks like Amojini finds nothing on Thardus, so they were both in the same room, so they'll high five, and Human has nothing as well, so
Yeah,
the hunt
but a
for
grass
X-Ray
here.
continues.
So yeah, the fence skip could have worked out this seed. But yeah, can't know that ahead of time.
Nope. We got all 3 beams and supers and Fen, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Big
yeah,
items,
Shorelines,
big finds.
Shorelines was loaded. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what Amojini does from here. Are we going to see labs after this, or are we done once we finish the Farfen loop? For Bello, this route's pretty cleanly into mines, which I expect is what we'll be seeing. Amojini, this is a little more awkward. If we do labs, then we kind of end up in the middle of nowhere, and maybe they start thinking about save warping instead. I guess it's not that far back to the Magmar elevator. Yeah, it's a question in chat. It's Shep Seedish Lottery. You just come to Shorelines and get literally all 3 beams into the Shorelines area.
Pretty much.
And then have the whole dang world open to you. But we are looking for an X-ray to fight Omega Pirates. That is our phase on hint mode anyways, and we still need to find the suit as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this brings back memories.
Mm-hmm.
Amojini over here in this
Bello
room.
taking the safe warp. Not gonna do mines yet. Maybe wanting to delay until X-ray shows up. They can just commit straight into the lower mines loop.
Baha, do you remember this race last year in this room? It was an insane set of RAs in week 6 of the 2023 Metroid Prime tournament. It was a random start, and it was a Farfen start. Morphball was in this room.
Oh gosh, yeah, the 20 minutes of fighting pirates. Did they not even have charge? I don't remember.
It was about 40-45 minutes until someone got on a Farfen.
Yeah, alright. If you give Randomizer more power, it can and will find ways to troll you in ways you never even thought possible.
It was so funny. I think it was Takappa and I that were doing it. Or, no, it was either Takappa or Torvusbog, one of them, and it was just... We were too busy laughing. And we felt bad. We were counting deaths at one point instead of energy tanks.
Chat. Normally the frigate climb is a good way into Chozo's second pass, but given that we have a bunch of artifacts here, we have some artifacts in early Chozo, I think just doing what Bello is doing makes a lot of sense.
Also, for whatever reason, I saw Anduiz, did they check Lake Chozo thing, and check Lake Chozo where it's in all caps, for whatever reason, my brain went Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that was a missile. I thought that was a boost ball on upper gravity. Didn't get a great look at what that was in lower.
Bello making quick work out of this tower climb.
Yeah, nice stash-ins.
Also, just if you were to go back and just watch Bello, if he wasn't even looking at spots, he was looking at the exact spot he wanted to climb up on.
Sorry, good.
No, you're fine. That was vanilla, right?
Yep.
Well, there you go. Vanilla Tower Light. It was just really cool.
Bello was telling me yesterday that they've started doing a little bit of Prime speedrunning, so I think they've been learning and incorporating more more speedrun strats into. Yeah, their movement's been very good. Honestly, their movement's probably better than mine.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see Bello versus Cosmo, just the way how fast Bello's moving. Then again, Cosmo's movement's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So. Also interesting to note, if you're even as a mentee watching this, go back and just watch Bello's climb up Tower Light. He didn't look straight out. He was looking at the tower. He was looking down at spots that he wanted to, they wanted to jump on. And I found that really interesting, Baha, because a lot of other racers I've seen, mentees and experienced, for like they don't look down. They look across and they try finding and feeling their way out. And very impressive what Bello did there for the tower climb. It was more of a different approach.
Yeah, I remember. I think I remarked in Root Cave too. Like 99% of people turn around and have a queue that they look at to get the actual secret world. Bello didn't. Just did the jump from where he landed without needing to spend the time to turn around. So it makes it harder, but saves the time needing to turn around. That is a sign of practice, because you're not gonna have success blindly jumping unless you have practiced how you are jumping blindly. Save warp FCS climb. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable here as a thing to do. Has Bello done... I'd have been pretty willing to just stay in Chozo here, I think, as Bello. It's like we can do Sun Chamber stuff. I don't know if we've done like Magma Pool area yet.
Right.
In fact, I think
no, Magma Pool has not been done.
Yeah.
Amojini's thinking about just continuing to go through Magmore.
Remaining artifacts are Fungal Hulby and Omega Pirate. So,
yep.
Same kind of situation as last game. We just need X-Ray and Lower Mines, and then we're done. Frigate is an option. It is perfectly in logic with these items. We have enough to get all the way backwards through mines and then do Frigate backwards, in which case you do not need thermal. True, you do not need it. It's not hard required to go forwards, but it is logically required. But yeah, if you have access to the back of frigates, logic doesn't even need you to have thermal anymore.
Kids nowadays and your logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very healthy here. The 8 E-tanks for Bello? Yep. Oh, alright. Amojini, more route divergence. Amojini pressing on into mines. If X-rays in mines, this could be pretty good for Amojini. Now, Amojini is definitely behind on the artifact count. Ooh, unfortunately, takes a bit of a dip there. I think waited too long to use space jump and then it timed out. You do have a limited amount of time in the air before you can activate space jump, so a big room like this, if you fall for too long, you're not going to be able to use space jump anymore. More E-tanks.
Up with the E-tanks.
Yeah, could Elder Chamber be X-ray this time? Oh, hello, Experter. Sure.
Bellows could have a full tractor. So I like this play from Amojini. It's a risk. You're heading into mines without any real... Oh, triggered the Elite Pirate scene.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do Vent Shaft here. We don't have boost to come back. We don't really want to have to save warp here, I think. I guess we could.
Again, this is what I was mentioning earlier about risk-taking.
Yeah. It's not actually a crazy idea, I suppose, to head down to Central Dynamo now, plan to just save warp out if it's not X-ray there, and then plan to enter Magmore, phase on mines from the top after doing Chozo cleanup. I think that's actually a fairly reasonable routing choice. Alternatively, we could head up to upper mines now and just hope it's up there, and then we don't even need to make it a double dip anymore. And it looks like we chose option A. What is that? Is that boost? We have not seen plant yet from either runner. Oh baby, X-ray was
X-ray.
freely available in Chozo the whole time. Yeah,
Lower
Amojini found a
furnace.
major but has no power bombs.
What did Amojini find?
I want to say that was Boost Ball, but maybe not. They don't seem very invested in trying to pick it up. There's some good power bomb farming across the room near the map station there in the room Amojini was just in. Omega Research, I think that is. But yeah, that is good news for Bello. That is enough items to get ourselves a Phazon suit hint. And presumably we're going to see a rush into mines. I guess if that is boost, Amojini can actually just turn around here, huh? Because we did farm a couple power bombs, which there wasn't much point in doing unless that was boost in vent shaft. Because otherwise we're gonna save warp out of here. We could just take a refill.
You're not doing this for a missile.
Yeah. Well, we need to do this. We have to do this no matter what, because we can't press on. Well, I guess we can, but we don't want to press on into lower mines.
Correct.
Yeah, Amojini does look to be leaving, which only works if it is boost ball and vent shaft.
Yep. Bello is flying to mines. Bello's get everything that they need with the exception of Phazon.
That's actually a
Beat the
really
game.
bad boost ball location for Amojini, because that's like one of the few checks Bello is going to see no matter what, and that
Correct.
was one of the potential things that could have been locking Phazon suit that would have been bad for Bello. Because yeah, now at this point, Bello will have everything but thermal, which is never hard required. And so Bello is definitely in go mode.
A friendly reminder as well, exclamation point R and exclamation point C to follow the runners and commentary and tracking teams. It is boost ball.
Yeah, it's boost. Wow, that's a very rude boost ball location.
Pretty much.
Probably feels good for Amojini actually, because let's just go into upper mines and do some more things. Like we can do the upper mines loop backwards. We can get the upper elite research item a lot more easily. But unfortunately, boost is not the answer in terms of finding X-ray. Bill entering mines, just a lower mines loop and a Ridley fight away from learning where this Phazon suit is. Would not surprise me too much if Amojini just stumbles into it here in upper mines. There's not actually that many places we have left to look for it. I guess we have not seen the life grove area yet. We've not seen frigate. But otherwise, not a huge amount left in the world that we haven't seen between the two runners. Oh yeah, plant still on the table. Plasma processing as well. Yeah, that might be about it. Fen, I believe, is full clear.
Fen is full clear.
And yeah,
Phazon and PPC.
Phazon could just be French vanilla somewhere down here in Phazon mines.
That's true.
Would be good news for Bello.
Maybe the Phazon Elite's holding it again.
Could well be. see this boost. Sees it. Probably want that, just if only for the Ridley fight, let alone potentially needing it to pick up Phazon suit more easily.
Nicely done.
Mm-hmm. Alright, are you gonna find anything up here in Upper Mines?
Missile. We'll check what's in Storage Depot A.
Yeah, with plasma we can peek this. More missiles, oh boy.
Hooray!
Not what we're hoping to see so far here on Amojini's side.
Nope.
And unfortunately, even if we stumble into Phazon here, I think this is still going to be Bella's race to lose.
I agree with you again. So of the items, and Baja's mentioned this multiple times already, the item that really was needed was X-Ray. Because Phazon, Bello can get with the hand. X-Ray is what stops you from going past Metroid Quarantine A or MQA, which is where Bello is now. So, Amojini needed to find X-Ray, which, again, oddly enough, wasn't even a find. It was Lower Furnace. But the way the seed was taking us was bombs into Fang.
Oh, hello, there's Phazon suit. Also, that was a super clean MQA from Bello there. Gets both dashes nicely done. And that will be go mode.
Yep.
Just the last little bit of Lower Mines here in an OP fight, and this is
Jet Seed.
Yeah, Jet Seed. Be hour 10.
I guess as jet as we can get.
Oh my gosh. Swag upon swag. Do we get the dash? We get the dash. Wow. Bello showing off. The practice paying off here in MQA. That was a great room.
Imagine finding thermal down here. Come on, give us a full
be.
tracker. Give us a full tracker. Nothing is stopping Bello now. Again, as Baja said, Bello's race to lose. But yeah, Bello had a super clean MQA. This and Fungal Halby. I'm not a fan of either of these rooms.
Yeah, these Hunter Metroids are a pain. It almost looked like Bello, like Mario jumped off that guy.
Bello, the Hunter Metroids are not Goombas.
Nope. Bello goes for the backup here. Yep, you can grab the flyer from down here.
Mm-hmm.
Back up if you ever do fall in this room.
Not even gonna peek PMT.
Yeah, no real need. Even if that's thermal, I'm not even sure that it saves enough time to grab it.
No.
Yeah, it's not that likely to be thermal. Well, I mean, it's not crazy to think it could be thermal, but not likely enough.
Nope, there's the artifact peeking through the ground. Beautiful use of power bomb. Now you're gonna see a pretty cool slope jump here from Bello, and hits it on the first try. Beautifully done. Ah, Baja. I think that was what I wanted to ask you. So, as Bello goes ahead and heads towards Omega Pirate, if there's anyone out there that's watching, right, whether they're watching here live or they're watching, or wherever you're watching this, if anyone wants to get into this and they weren't able to get into the Metroid tournament, is there a good practice mod or software out there that people can utilize and learn to practice movement, to practice routing and stuff like that, or just practice anything speedrunning wise in the game? Like, I know Super Metroid's got one that I see people practicing a lot on, and you can set and practice certain rooms and whatnot. Does Metroid Prime have that?
Couple tools, yeah. So we do speedrunning has a practice world where you basically can give yourself items, take them away, teleport around, reset layers, that kind of stuff. So all the kind of classic speedrunning tools. That's Prime Practice Mod. Maybe that's available on the GitHub somewhere.
Nice.
There's also a Toaster Party, our kind of lead Prime 1 Randomizer dev, made a practice world that's like, it's a crazy out of bounds room where there's a bunch of platforms and scan points that kind of, this is, you'll have two platforms as far apart away as you can get with a good R jump, and it'll have a scan point that says like, yeah, you can R jump this. It takes a good R jump. Here's how you R jump, and like it's a place to kind of practice different techniques and see if you're doing them optimally or not, just by whether or not you're able to kind of make the jumps. So that's a
Awesome.
cool tool as well.
Also, beautiful pirate skip from Bello. Amojini making their way to the Great Tree Chamber. Omega Pirate is defeated. Nice one cycle from Bello. Bello is now on their way to beat the rest of the game.
Yeah, just final bosses remaining.
Beautiful. Baja posted Toaster Party's practice world, so if you're interested, go check that out. Also, make sure you use !MPR to join the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord. If you ever have questions on anything, just go post in the appropriate channels. We got channels for everything. Prime 2, 3. So feel free to join. Tons of fun. It'll be fun when a Prime 3 randomizer comes out. That one seems like it's just a little bit more of a pain to probably code. Well, Jen making their way through Life Grove Tunnel.
Yeah, these checks make a lot of sense to do. Hopefully at this point we'll at least finish up with the Chozo cleanup and then at least have the seed solved by the time Bell is done.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the runners were thinking, in particular when, after picking up all three beams within 2 minutes of each other, how they decided to approach the seed from there, because this was definitely a challenging one to route, I think, from that point in particular.
Yeah, I think it was just challenging in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the X-ray lotteries are tough.
Yeah. Legend was once again at a power bomb, so now they're electing to not do the second life growth check. Just interesting. Bello having fun now. Whee! Methinks Bello was bored.
Yeah, waiting for the flybys.
There you go. Here's the trigger. Biggest hack in Metroid Prime, the boost Paul onto Ridley.
It saves so much time. The flyby phases are so slow.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. The camera just like flipped. We get sniped? Ah, unfortunately no. Alright. But, oh my god, was that super a hair too late? That sucks. But we get it. Into the impact.
Good job.
Layer. I wonder where the heck Thermal was. There's actually not many places it could be. Is Thermal just in Frigate? That's kind of funny.
It's just there.
Oh yeah, plasma processing still in play. Yeah, and planting ghosts. Once again, I mean, just shout outs to these runners. Like the fact that we have only not seen like 3 or 4 checks and it's been like an hour is actually incredible. Like these runners are clearing these games so fast. Into the Exos. We got wave first, which in my experience, and I have no idea if this is statistics or superstition, means you're more likely to get a wave phase first in the second subchamber, which is not what you want. Let's see if we are lucky this time. Mm-hmm. Superstition deepened. It's a good point. Statistics is the study of superstitions. We're going to opt for the Ice Spreader instead of the turnaround super here. This costs a few more missiles, but doesn't mean we don't need to. But this does one-shot the phase versus the super only mostly one-shotting it. There's that X-ray for Amojini. That probably not a good feel.
Nope,
Not this has been available for so long. Ginny gonna check hints, so it does apparently have 2 already. Yeah, 2 to clean up in Chozo and 2 in Mines. We had supers by the time I was talking about going to Chozo. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I was maybe wrong. I think turning around there was actually pretty reasonable. Like either way, you're gonna get forced into. Yeah, no, I think you're right actually. I think the runners turning around due to the lack of supers was actually good. Pair of Ice Spreaders takes down half of subchamber 4, or 40% of it anyways. Is it 4? No, it's still 4. Yeah. Half of subchamber 4.
As I mentioned earlier, folks, Prime XO, longest fight in the game.
Yep. Definitely a marathon.
There is a reason XO skip exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so annoying. Like this last subchamber room, just so many phases you go back and forth for. Between Prime XO, we are seeing a really good fight here out of Bello.
I was trying to go for the flamethrower kill, but flamethrower being what it is such short range that it's really easy to run into XO's knees.
And here we go. About a minute and a half, 2 minutes away from Bello winning this race.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
Amojini still has to go route in all of lower mines and then all the finals. Fast pool lay too from Prime Essence. Bello, you have time. Just shoot Prime with all the phase on the pool. Prime Essence all over the place. Can't really get in these pool cancels properly.
Yeah, well, I think it was partially trying to let it move away from the carcass
wall?
there, which worked out well. We did not get pool skipped.
That's a good thing. Now again, there's no phase. We have no thermal for this phase, so it's more a matter of just guessing and looking where Prime Essence is shooting from. So use your scan visor to see where that is, but again, you just can't see it.
Yeah, with stereo, you can actually kind of hear sometimes and guess whether it's. Oh, we got pool skipped. Unfortunate.
Wow, unfortunate.
I didn't realize it was that far away from us.
Pool skipping, for those of you that have no idea what we're talking about, is when Prime Essence goes through. You saw the two phase on pools and later next phases. So X-ray will be the first phase, followed by thermal, and then a normal visor phase. When Essence goes from one phase to another and doesn't lay a pool, that's skip. So you have to wait until the next phase going on. So it goes X-ray, thermal, regular. So Bello right back on it here.
Cycle. We're back to the invisible phase here. Oh, we got it. Oh, we lost it. Bello did a nice job there with the. So Essence will always spawn. Like if you draw a line from the middle of the pool through Samus of a certain length, like a fixed length, that's always where Essence is going to spawn. So Bello did a good job of kind of turning around and shooting, preemptively shooting at that spot where it was going to show up. But
yep,
unfortunately, didn't quite keep up the tempo to keep it kind of stun locked in place there. Yeah, not much health left. See, the Fission Metroid should just be able to lock on fire and forget. And seal a victory here.
Yep. And game.
GG's. Get your GG's in chat. Bello stays undefeated.
Everybody.
Moves on to the round of 8.
And Bello finishes with an official time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 50 seconds. GG's. There's the DNF from Amojini. And there we go. Beautifully done from both races. We'll get them in here for their post-game interviews. There is the winner. It's Bello. GG's, Bello.
Hello, GG's.
GG's. Expertly played, honestly. This
Yes.
played very well today.
Thank you. Really, because I thought I blundered at Fendrana.
Nope. Here comes
Really?
Amojini. GG's, Amojini.
GG's. Well, been a while since last week then, huh?
Yep.
Fenn's Shorelines was loaded.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was obnoxious.
Yeah, but
Alright.
then I feel like I made the mistake of like keep pushing into Fen, which besides from a gravity suit didn't really pay out.
No.
Yeah, I did sort of the same thing, except I don't. Where was Phazon? Did you come across it during?
Yes, it was an MQA.
Oh, okay.
So I was lucky. It was right by the jog to the last two artifacts in mines.
Yeah, I basically gambled on a few very risky checks to try to find X-ray early.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not even few risky checks, just routed very aggressively, trying to very
right.
aggressively follow logic and.
Like, yeah. Did you immediately go back for the artifacts in Chozo?
No, I only just got those, like 5
Oh
minutes
right.
ago.
Because
So-
like I was thinking like, okay, well, those artifacts are like pretty much near the starting point. It's just that since I've already done most of this stuff in early Chozo anyways, it's not like there's going to be a lot of progression to pick up along the way of these artifacts. So I might as well just delay them and look for X-ray in the meantime.
Yeah. So what I did is, after finding all of the beams, I intended to very aggressively follow that ice beam. And so what I did is I went directly to Farfen, and I accidentally fought Thardus on the way, which slowed me
Oh.
down. And then
Right.
I went to PPC from Farfen after not finding anything in Farfen. And then I was hoping that I would find something in Mines, and then I found the boost. And the boost I thought was a very auspicious location. It turned out not to be, but, because it's at that point of no return.
Oh.
It was my thought was this is like actually the next logical progression, and then X-ray. You need X-ray to get any further. X-ray surely will be somewhere boost locked. And then I cleared out the rest of Mines, hoping to find Phazon suit, and then I went to Lower Great Tree Hall, trying to go Life Grove, maybe a vanilla X-ray, and then I followed that back into the back of Chozo, hoping to, and then I found it from the back of Chozo. I found that X-ray.
I'm not gonna lie. So what I did was after I full cleared Fen, well, besides Thordis, because it was not in logic, my thought process was, okay, well, I'm gonna go get these artifacts now, just and use that wave beam to make sure that X-ray is not like in any wave locked adjacent location, like aka magma pool, training chamber, the Tower of Light, etc. But once I got both artifacts, I kind of just went, okay, well, I got Ice Beam, so I can just do Far Chozo, like, reverse. And I was tempted, I was very strongly tempted to attempt boostless Life Grove. I still wanted to do the rest of Far Chozo first, and that's where I found X-Ray, so thankfully did not have to expose myself to the risk, but even then I would have pivot saved beforehand.
Yeah, after finding that boost, I was really hoping I'd find vanilla X-ray, and then I'd be feeling pretty good. But after finding the X-ray, I'm like, I don't feel very good about this after wasting all of that time fighting Thardus and Morphen.
I wasn't feeling very good either. Like, let me reassure you. Like, I wasted all this time in Farfen. It's like, and I found that gravity, and like, it really reinforced that idea within me that like, okay, so there might be something in Graph Chamber since I got a gravity suit, and like, well, no, there wasn't.
Yeah. I skipped labs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I skipped labs and I tried to go direct to Farfen, because I just got that ice beam, I was...
Oh, right.
With the expectation that I think you were faster than me, I was trying to go really, really aggressively route things.
Aggressive, yeah.
Really aggressive.
Well, it might have paid off because I've been routing very passively, shall we say.
Yeah.
No, so if you had hit the Thardus skip, that actually was exactly Bello's execution lead. Like, you would have been in Farfen at about the same time.
You got it.
Yep.
Couple rooms behind him, but yeah, you were right on his tail.
Yeah, so
that boost was big bait, but I mean, nothing else I could have done about it.
Yep. Bella.
The one thing you said that I found was interesting, Bella, was your decision to like purposely delay the artifacts, because like,
yes,
that's actually kind of counter to how I tend to approach seeds, where it's like,
so yeah, that's what I've been saying a bit earlier. Is okay, if I want to go artifact hunting, I'm gonna need X-ray for this for the OP check. And my train of thought was, well, I've already kind of visited where the artifacts were. So I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I prioritize finding X-ray. It could be in Fen. Like, there's a lot of check in there that are open to me, especially since I've gotten all the beams. So like, it was Farfen, it was labs, everything was logical besides Thardus. And it's like, I was thinking, okay, well, there might be some progression there. Then I found gravity in labs, and thought, okay, well, maybe I should do Farfen then. And then it wasn't, so I went to workstation, just quickly checked the item that was there, thought it was nothing. It's like, okay, enough fooling around. I'm gonna go get those artifacts now. But let me tell you, those artifacts were certainly in the back of my mind for quite a bit of time, but I was already too committed. So I was like thinking, okay, screw it, we ball.
No, I didn't really mind. Like the Fen, in your position, I would have been like annoyed when I got all the beams in Fen, because it's like, I'm here. Fen is the slowest place to get back to after a save warp.
Yeah.
And there's like a decent number of checks that are available. So like I don't mind cleaning it out, and I may well have done the same thing, and I would have just been feeling bad about it because I would rather be picking up artifacts when I and then go or hint -1 mode, I guess. But
Yeah, there's no good way back into Fen.
no.
Definitely not really much incentive. All the beams were stacked in shorelines, and
That was insane. It was
Yeah,
one
that was
after
crazy.
another. By the way, please go back and watch the VOD, because Baha did a commentary thing. We were just talking about plasma. Baha was just talking about plasma, and as soon as that was said, Bello, you open the door to Chapel of the Elders, and there's plasma. Was so much fun. So, Racel, I want to ask you this. We talked a lot about routing. We talked about a lot of that. By the way, thermal wasn't PMT from what Chad is saying.
Oh my god.
Wondering who that was.
I didn't even turn around to check that. I was just rushing the artifacts once I found Phazon.
So, let's talk about this being both of yours. Well, Bello, your first race, Amojini, your second. How was it doing these racers without a mentor? Did you both feel prepared? Was there stuff that you thought you still could be improving on? Bello, we'll start with you as the champ.
Well, it really didn't feel as comfortable, because what happened with mentors usually is that they would like advise some of my routing and stuff, but they would also help me remember a lot of stuff, because I tend to forget a lot of stuff. Baha can attest to that one.
No comment.
Oh, but I will commentate on this. We were doing a CGC, and at some point I forgot I had Spider Ball, and I did a bunch of like spider skip tricks. I did the slope jump out of Quarantine Cave when I had Spider Ball after fighting Tharus. So yeah, I tend to forget a lot of stuff. Thankfully, I don't seem to have forgotten too much, but this is bound to happen, and I will lose a race to this. I will lose a race to my goldfish memory brain. This will happen. When, though?
Goldfish memory brain.
I have no idea. I dread that it doesn't happen at finals, if I make it there.
Amojini, what about you?
I actually felt pretty good about this. With the mentors, it was good because I learned a lot, obviously, and picked up a lot from them. But a lot of times, at least, it seemed like the mentors were very much trying to teach how to read logic properly and race properly. And while that's obviously a good thing to learn, that is not how I would. If I had done, there's no way I would have beaten Bello with following a mentor's, this is how I should have routed this seed advice. And obviously I didn't beat him anyway, but there was more of a chance. I think, more of a ability to try to, I guess, work on my own, how I want to race and how and obviously it didn't work out this time, but I have to find the edge of how aggressively to route myself, I think.
Yeah, we're all kind of heavily nerfed without mentors here, so don't worry about it.
Let's shift over from how you felt to what you learned. I always like asking this during my comms, and you both are probably annoyed with me talking about it by now, but being on your own, what is something that you feel you've learned from your mentors throughout your time during this tournament that helped prep you for this race, and maybe even got to debut this race?
It's kind of hard to tell during this race because it was kind of a very standard seed, no PMT artifact, so it could have paid off to route aggressively, but I think I did route a bit too passively, in my opinion. But with retrospective, it's very easy to judge. It's It's like as for what I've learned, it's kind of hard to tell. Like I've been executing things like how I've been used to executing them. There wasn't really much new. It was kind of just I was autopiloting the whole time. I guess one takeaway that like I could pay off for this is like definitely not like put Forchoso in the back of my mind, especially when Zoid was a dead end. But that bombs in Lava Lake did some dirty things, I will say.
Amojini, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from the mentors earlier in the races for sure. I had basically never done a race before this tournament was announced. Actually, I'd literally never done a race before this tournament was announced. And so working with the mentors was like a really, really, really helpful to learn like how to read logic and stuff like that. And like how to move fast, everything like that. So, yeah, definitely very good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
race.
Baha?
No, not much else from me. Let's get these commands in here. Please give our runners a follow. They did a great show for us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you as well to Nasu for tracking for us. Yeah, stay tuned on SpeedGaming 5. We've got a race coming up in just over half an hour with featuring Slucky taking on Empress. Another round of 16 match.
That'll be a good race.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then a 4 p.m. race as well. That, let's see, that race is between Astral and Cameron. That's going to be a fun one. That's over on, actually, same one, Speed Gaming 4. And our race for that, Spring Ball and Progressive Suit Damage Reduction. So that'll be a ton of fun. So I'll get us on out of here. I'll throw it to the rest of the crew. Is there any final thoughts?
Nothing from me.
Head empty, brain smooth.
GG.
Yeah,
Thank
GG's
you,
obviously.
Fellow Yoda.
What?
Fellow
Okay,
Yoda. Head empty.
Oh, right.
Amojini, you good?
I'm good. GG's.
All right. Bathroom breaks for everybody. For Amojini, Baha, Bello, and Nasu. I'm WX Fan 21. We'll see you next mission. Later.
See y'all next mission.
Bye-bye.